For more than a decade, this single line has held back one of the world's largest armies.
This is Ukraine's fortress belt, a fortified line in the Donetsk region that has resisted Russian advances for more than a decade.
We are monitoring the situation in eastern Donetsk, where forces have established deep defensive lines along the H-20 corridor.
As Ukrainian forces fought to retake key cities in the Donetsk region in 2014, they immediately began building what would...
Our exclusive report tonight examines the massive defensive fortifications being erected across the front line in Ukraine, starting in the eastern sectors.
The situation in the Donetsk region remains critical. Despite the constant threat, Ukrainian combat engineers are working tirelessly.
We have urgent reports from the front lines near the fortress belt. New footage shows a confirmed strike on enemy armor.
The enemy adapts. Facing overwhelming surveillance, Russian infantry are now employing high-speed...
We are tracking significant movements along the eastern front lines near Donetsk, where the siege continues to intensify.
As shelling intensifies across eastern Ukraine, civilians find themselves trapped in the escalating conflict.
For Kyiv, surrendering this fortified line would expose open territory and weaken Ukraine's ability to defend itself.
Ukrainian forces hold the line at the fortress belt. Our reporters are embedded with an artillery unit pounding enemy positions near the front lines.
Ukraine's fortress belt defenses are actively monitoring movements in the Donetsk sector.
We have confirmation of movement in Sector 4. Reroute the drone feed to Screen 3.
The situation along the front lines remains tense as night patrols defend the fortress belt.
Ukrainian forces continue their defense along the fortress belt tonight. Our teams are embedded with a unit conducting a dangerous night patrol near the front lines.
Reports from the front lines confirm intense fighting continues, but the spirit of the defenders remains resolute.
World leaders are closely watching developments in eastern Ukraine as fighting around the fortress belt continues.
Diplomatic efforts continue today regarding the controversial fortress belt territories.
We cannot agree to these terms as they currently stand.
Under the Constitution, Ukraine's territory is indivisible. The ongoing situation in regions like Donetsk. Since 2014, the conflict has evolved, but the fortress belt defenses have largely held, creating the stalemate we see today.
As long as the fortress belt holds, Ukraine retains its strongest shield against further advance.
This visualization shows the critical elevation advantage held by the defenders. However, if breached, the open land...
We begin with urgent reports coming out of the fortress belt. Our teams are tracking enemy movements closely.
Target acquired, bearing 0
We're now getting an analytical look at the so-called fortress belt. As you can see in this visualization, these are not singular.
We begin tonight with urgent intelligence coming out of the Donetsk region, where Ukrainian reconnaissance teams report increased enemy activity.
While the ground war rages, the fight for the skies above Ukraine intensifies.
Our teams are deploying advanced efforts.
Near the fortress belt, Ukrainian electronic warfare teams are engaged in a constant, unseen battle against enemy drones. Our correspondent is embedded with frontline medics facing intense shelling.
Apply pressure now. Get that tourniquet tight.
Moving to extraction point, requesting Jalur Aman.
Following the recent shelling, recovery teams are working to restore the critical defensive infrastructure of the fortress belt.
The fortress belt is key to our strategic resilience. We must reinforce these positions immediately and prioritize holding this sector.
We are seeing an unprecedented surge in coordinated psychological operations targeting the fortress belt defense lines.
Real-time data fusion confirms heightened enemy activity in the Donetsk area. We are tracking multiple mechanized units attempting to breach the established lines here and here.
We are seeing extensive counter-mobility measures being implemented along the fortress belt, designed to slow advances and deny key terrain. Securing the fortress belt is critical. Our teams report that Ukrainian signal operators are working tirelessly to maintain encrypted communications. We begin tonight with the escalating situation at the fortress belt, where Ukrainian sentries are maintaining a vigilant watch against renewed attacks.
We're now going live to the front lines where resupply efforts are underway.
Move! Get those crates secured now!
We're looking closely at the fortress belt defenses today. Ukrainian troops are urgently repairing and reinforcing these vital positions following recent attacks.
We begin with the ongoing rotation of troops along the fortress belt defenses in the Donetsk region.
Keep moving, stay low. Watch the gap on the left.
Ukrainian forces are conducting rapid drills in the region.
Move up, secure that position now. Keep your intervals tight.
New reports from the fortress belt indicate severe weather is hampering operations. Heavy rains have turned trenches into mud.
At the fortress belt frontline, Ukrainian units are adapting their tactics in response to the deteriorating weather and terrain conditions.
Ukrainian forces are enhancing their defensive lines, focusing on advanced camouflage techniques.
Hold the netting steady there. Secure the edges now.
New reports indicate tactical deception operations are underway near the fortress belt.
Get that decoy artillery piece set up over there. Move, move!
Our exclusive report from the front lines shows how adaptive defense units are deploying counter-drone measures.
UAV detected. Activating jammers now.
That's marching haulers.
As the conflict in Ukraine intensifies, particularly around the Donetsk region, maintaining uninterrupted power for
The logistics of supplying the front lines are complex. We look at how Ukrainian teams are refueling vehicles under extreme pressure to hold the fortress belt.
Ukrainian forces are urgently reinforcing critical infrastructure near the front lines, particularly communication hubs and supply nodes.
We have breaking news from the front.
I want a full readiness assessment of this trench line immediately. We hold this position at all costs.
Maintaining troop morale remains critical as the conflict continues.
Got another letter for you.
Oh, nice. Warm wishes are the best.
Reports confirm sustained vigilance across frontline units in the Donetsk region as drills intensify.
Weapons secure, ready for deployment.
The situation remains tense, but critical to the sustained defense of the fortress belt is the implementation of effective rotation.
Sustained alertness is critical. Ukrainian sentries maintain constant watch along the fortress belt as alert levels remain elevated in key sectors.
Beyond the fortress belt, early warning teams operate advanced sensors.
We have multiple contacts bearing 290. Alert level raised.
As pressure builds along the fortress belt, frontline units are coordinating a synchronized defense.
Echo 6, moving now. Cover our advance.
Reports indicate a significant escalation this morning along the fortress belt. Units are bracing for impact.
Get down. Move, move, move. They're increasing the barrage.
Ukrainian units are preparing counterattack positions behind the fortress belt.
All right, move up. Check your sectors. We advance on the signal.
Ukrainian forces are employing advanced fire control protocols to calculate precise solutions and authorize strikes.
We have teams on the ground assessing the damage along the fortress belt.
Confirmed impact in Sector 4, marking structural integrity compromised.
We go now to the fortress belt stabilization zone, where recovery efforts are underway despite ongoing threats. Frontline units are maintaining crucial defensive positions along the fortress belt. Our documentary team reports on the stabilized line.
Ukrainian forces are maintaining a prolonged defense along the fortress belt. Sustained manpower and supplies are crucial.
Commanders, maintain strategic oversight. We are integrating frontline updates now. The fortress belt defenses in the Donetsk sector remain synchronized and alert.
Our documentary tonight examines the long-term defense posture along the fortress belt, crucial for strategic resilience in Eastern Europe.
Our documentary tonight examines the constant readiness of troops stationed along the front lines in Ukraine.
Our units are implementing a layered defense strategy along the entire fortress belt, ensuring readiness and resilience across multiple fallback positions.
Units across the fortress belt are maintaining a sustained operational rhythm as they rotate duties.
Echo 7, status check. Rotation synchronized.
We now turn to the front lines. Amidst the ongoing conflict, managing stress is paramount. Forces along the...
Despite prolonged deployment, our forces maintain strict discipline in the fortress belt sector. Drills are constant.
Weapon clear. Check.
Leaders are reviewing lessons learned to refine defenses.
This vulnerability here was addressed by shifting the UAV orbits. The updates are already deployed across the sector.
We must anticipate the enemy's moves beyond the fortress belt.
Their projections show a high likelihood push through this sector. We need to reinforce immediately.
The fortress belt has held firm against all recent engagements. This sustained defense highlights its strategic significance in the region.